Walking tours are a great way to be introduced to a new place, so the first thing I did was head to Boston Common for a free walking tour. Well, actually, the first thing I did was forget what large means in the US and ordered way more coffee than expected. This was a Freedom Trail walking tour, which honestly makes the most sense for Boston. We didn't walk the entire Freedom Trail, but still passed many historical buildings, learning about their significance to Boston and the US as a whole. The guide was actually fantastic and made up for the less than ideal weather for a walking tour. I'm back at the hostel and I'm just kind of relaxing a little bit right now before I get ready to go to the concert, or I guess I would be going to the rooftop bar, hopefully. It has cleared up. Like by the time the tour ended and I was like walking back to the hostel, and it wasn't drizzly anymore, and I believe the clouds keep lightening up. The rest of my trip in Boston, it's supposed to be really great weather. Um, so that's the direction it should be moving in. And hopefully the rooftop bar that I prepaid access to get to before the show is open and they let me in. So yeah, I'm just gonna relax before cleaning up for that. And hopefully that goes as planned. Oh, and I guess I should tell you what concert I'm going to be going to. I don't know when this video is going to come out because I have been really shit with editing videos, and when I say really shit with editing videos, I mean like I've literally not opened Premiere in like 3 months. So I don't know when this video will actually be released, but as of today, me filming right now, it is May 19th. I am in Boston. Electric Callboy is also in Boston. That is who I'm going to see tonight. Yeah. I realized I was just saying a concert. Never mentioned who it was. Electric Callboy. I'm excited. It should be fun. So, I don't know if you remember, but my hair was straight when I when I left. I also shouldn't have worn white shoes. While the walking tour was a great introduction, I wanted to dig a little deeper into the history of Boston, which brought me to the Boston Tea Party Ship and Museum. This place was very highly rated, and after visiting, I can see why. There were live actors, interactive exhibits, and a full-scale replica of an 18th century sailing vessel to walk through.
Now in the Boston Harbor are those 3 ships, the Eleanor, the Great Beaver, and the Dartmouth. Their holds are bursting with 340 crates of East India Company tea. Pernicious stuff indeed. And under the law, each of these vessels...
It was incredibly well done, and I feel like I actually understood more about why this was such an important event in American history. After the visit, I decided to have lunch at the museum because I was very hungry and didn't want to bother trying to find somewhere to eat. The cool thing about the museum's tea room is that you can order bottomless tea and try the different teas that were dumped in the harbor. I tried all of them, and my favorite was the Kongu tea. I spent the rest of the afternoon walking through the North End, stopping by some of the Freedom Trail points we didn't get to on the tour, and just generally enjoying this part of the city. The last thing on my list for my weekend trip to Boston was to spend some time in Boston Common and the Public Garden. The walking tour started here, but we didn't really go through it. Plus, it was raining, so it wasn't a great day for a park visit anyways. Thankfully, the rain had cleared up by the end of the weekend. Now that I am done picnicking, I feel like I need to go back to the hostel. It is almost 1 o'clock, and my flight doesn't leave until like 6, but I am so unbelievably paranoid about missing flights that I'm like, I should head to the airport soon. It takes like under an hour on the public transit to get to the airport. It's pretty close, but I'm still like super paranoid about it. So yeah, maybe just very slowly make my way back through the public garden and the Boston Common to the hostel where my bag is. There were definitely a lot of things on the like what to see and do in Boston that I just didn't do, mainly because I didn't feel like it. It didn't seem like my kind of thing. And I don't really think like you need to absolutely follow a lot of those like tourist suggestions. I spent a lot of my 20s traveling and trying to follow a lot of like the guidebooks and what to see and do and those like top things, and I probably ended up doing a lot of things that I didn't actually want to do because I was told that's what you have to do, and if you didn't do this then you haven't really seen a place. Um, I don't like that idea anymore, and especially now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, I'm going to do it the way I want to, and I'm going to pick and choose how to experience the places I'm visiting. And the fact that, I'm at the end of my Boston trip and I am happy with what I did, that's what matters. I would come back, though it's really expensive. Like, just the hostel itself, it was giving like Lake Louise in peak season prices, and it's not tourist season yet. It's still technically before tourist season in Boston, so I don't know why it's so expensive. Like, so yeah, I don't know if I'll be back to Boston anytime soon, but I enjoyed my weekend in the city, and maybe I'll be back eventually.